Hello everyone, Garnet here, and welcome back to the Ultimate Survivor run here on the island. So, after the last one, I've just been kind of watching over these guys a little bit, trying to get them closer to being tamed. I would go around and try to do other things, but I kind of have to watch the Casteroid. He's like a hawk, or else this thing's going to wake up, and that would not be good considering how much time we put into it. So, it also looks like I'm probably going to need to grab a couple more major berries, but I'm just going to kind of watch over these guys and just kind of make sure that they stay down, everything goes well on that. I'm seeing that there are a couple good-looking drops coming down nearby. Looks like there was a yellow drop coming down up there that had a ring. I think it disappeared behind the cloud. But here's also a purple with the ring, which could, potentially, if we're lucky, give us a really good rifle blueprint, or a rifle by itself. I'm going to go check it here in a second, but just going to make sure everything is all good here. And then we'll just keep moving forward. I did also get an actual full imprint on our new baby Sabertooth here, so that is at 100%, and they are fully grown. So when we get a saddle for them and made up and everything, we should be able to take them over to at least, I think, the first cave. I don't have any good gear or weapons myself, but the saber that's been imprinted should make a big difference. I think that kind of depends on what I can get for a saddle. I'm going to grab some berries off the trike and keep these guys going for a minute, and I'll go grab those drops. So we should be good with those for a minute. First things first, I'm going to grab this purple one, since it is right here. If the other one is up on the mountaintop, it might be covered in clouds when I go up there, but I guess we'll see when we try. I hear something walking around. Oh, no. Okay. Unfortunately, didn't get anything too crazy from that. That was mostly just structures. Yeah, mostly just structures and stuff. Okay, that's not bad, though. I won't complain about having that, considering I'm just about to actually build over here. Only problem is I'm going to have to drop these off in the RG before I try to go up to the mountaintop, because we're going to be too heavy if I grab any more. We've been pretty fortunate in between as well. I did have two random RGs decide to come over and try to attack our base, but they didn't end up hitting any of the creatures that were knocked out, so I think we were pretty fortunate to avoid losing any effectiveness on those. I also hope there isn't a Giga guarding this thing. I mean, I guess I could lure it into the lava if I have to, because it is right there. I think we might be okay. I think I'll be able to see it. Any luck? What do we got? Oh, it's all structures as well, and a Sarco saddle. Okay. Probably going to be too heavy for this. Well, not actually that bad. I won't complain about having an upgraded Sarco saddle and having some metal structures to kind of work with already. I still don't... I guess I could just break them down for some metal and some cementing paste. Probably won't be a whole lot, but I'll take it. So, I guess I did get a laser attachment. We have an artifact pedestal, and if everything goes as planned today, I should at least have an artifact to put on it, so we'll take that. We'll also put the Sarco saddle in here. I might tame a Sarco now that I have a saddle, I'm not sure. I'm going to work on just breaking some of this stuff down, keep an eye on these guys here. Once they're all kind of tamed up, I will probably head straight over towards the old base with the saber in hand, so we can try to go and take care of that first cave. You know what, I'll keep a metal one just in case. There can be some bigger creatures over here. We'll use that one instead of the stone one I made earlier. So how much did each of these give me? Oh, 7 metal, 2 cementing paste. It's not a lot, but it's something. Okay, I'll take it. I'm thinking with that, though, I should be able to actually use one and make a, can I make a water thing up here? Do I have enough for this now? I think we're short just a little bit. No! Alright. Maybe I can break down the gate. I don't think I'm actually going to use the gate or anything. We'll break down more of this stuff. That is a behemoth gate. Whoops. Well, those are going to be even more valuable when I get the chance. Yeah, now we're good. Okay, so we got a good amount of metal from that, and we got the cementing paste that we need. I'm going to craft up one of those water things and get ourselves irrigated. We'll place the one last water intake just over here somewhere. Kind of keep it as close as we can to the actual base. Okay, good stuff. Oh, I am stuck. Maybe I'll place it when I'm not standing on top of it. There we go. That's pretty close. I believe that I just placed this water thing up top. We should already just be covered. We'll figure out placements of stuff later on, but as long as we have the connection, we should be great. And I won't have to worry about running out of water. Right now is a bit of an exception, but I'm going to try to keep as much as I can in the videos just so you guys can see the entire bit of progress. I think the only time I'm really going to have to cut out a lot is when we get to the point where I'm trying to breed up some creatures for boss fights. Okay, so I think I'm going to start taking apart this other trap over here. We're going to maybe move it over to that side so we can kind of start to level out where I think we're going to try to do the base. It's a unique situation considering how bumpy this area is over here, but with ASA's building, we can at least kind of build above it. And I may have to use some half walls and walls to make it actually level, but we'll make it work the best we can. So this right here ends up being our biggest obstacle when it comes to building over here. This rock was never here in ASE, but I'm going to have to make it work. And that just means we'll have to build a little bit higher than we usually would. Have to use a bunch of walls and half walls to get up to here, but it's all good. We'll make it work. Just want to make sure that when I place it, it's going to go back, and I'm going to be able to keep putting foundations down from here on every one of these spots. I'm a little bit worried about right here, but I guess we'll figure that out sooner or later, huh? Yeah, we're going to have to build up quite a bit. But it'll be worth the placement, I think. So I may as well continue trying to build a few more of these foundations while I am sitting around. There's no reason to waste any time if we can kind of just keep working on something. So if I have more walls than I had those. I'm going to put these other structures away. And I'll kind of just get to work. It might be a little bit of a risky setting, but I did change something in the pull it mod so it'll ignore weight limits. So as long as I'm somewhere in my base area, I can just pull everything to me and craft everything and not have to worry about pulling for 5 things at a time because it got too heavy. Okay, so we have 10 more foundations. Let's see where those line up. Honestly, I wasn't sure exactly how big we want to try to build this. Ooh, that's going to be lower than usual, but it's okay. That's still going to work out. I think I will go 2 more this direction. So it'll be 16. Then we'll have to build up and then that way. We'll have something kind of on the back. Maybe I could leave it open that kind of goes down to some sort of a water... Oh my god. What is... There's an... Oh my god. Oh, nature is beautiful here, isn't it? If I go and try to attack that Alpha Raptor, I'm going to be ripped to shreds because I'll most likely hit one of those Dimorphodons. We'll just leave them to it, I guess. That is the most colorful death tornado I've ever seen. I wasn't entirely sure how big of a base I was planning on doing in this particular playthrough, but I think if I'm going to have to worry about having all the big creatures in the way, I'm going to want to have it big. Especially since we already have our... utility creatures just right here. Just gotta wait a few more minutes, and they'll be ready. Looks like the fog is rolling in, so it's getting a little harder to look out for any potential drops from here. But, pretty much have our Anki all tamed up. Should be popping up here in any second now. Hey, alright. Anki is officially tamed. I can't remember whether this was male or female. It's female, okay. I am going to name you Rosie. Alright, there we go. Mostly after Rivet Rosie, if I remember correctly, those posters. Anyway, that's what I normally like to name my female Ankies. Hello, Rosie. Welcome to the team. Okay, so we're going to have to make an Anki saddle. I'm going to have to learn that real quick. I mean, I know it can fly around with the RG, but we want to make sure that we at least have the opportunity to ride her around in the case we just get a little bit more metal. You don't have something on you, do you? Oh, you do have the... Oh, I didn't have to learn that. Okay, whatever. We're missing the hide, so we're going to have to go get a bunch more of that. So I think what I want to do now is sabers are actually pretty good at collecting hide as well, so we may as well get a saber saddle made. I don't have to make it in there. I thought I did. It's because I haven't learned it. I'm a fool, man. So we're actually a little bit short on hide already before that. How's everyone else doing? We should have the Dota here any second here, too. I'm going to kill a couple things real quick with the RG just so we can get a little bit more hide. Considering all the extra levels I'm planning on getting in this series in the long haul, I'm not too worried about accidentally learning things that I didn't need right away. I'm picking you up. I missed you, apparently. There we go. It's a level 45 Trudon with a baby, no less. I'm not going to be able to find that baby. Only gave me 14 hide? Oh, no. Okay, so we have enough height now after the Parasaur. We should be landing probably at the same... Never mind. It just tamed up now. So we've got ourselves the Dodic as well. Only thing we need now is the Casteroides. Despite how close it is, I'm still going to probably give it a bunch of narcotics. Hello, Dodic. We'll come up with a name with the Dodic a little bit later on. For now, we're just going to make sure that Casteroides is good, and I'm going to make that Sabertooth saddle on our RG. Okay, so this is the one that we are planning on taking into the cave. So we at least have an idea here of how strong she can be. Then we'll kind of go from there and see how many levels I need to put into her before I feel comfortable going into the cave. But now that the Dodic is tamed, we'll pick up this trap as well. Nice. Everything is just kind of clearing up, which is very, very nice to have. Okay, so we'll place these down. We'll kind of go across the front and start getting some sort of front bit. We'll see how far over we want to build this as well. Can I? No, I can't. I'm gonna have to break this stone. We'll use the Dodic soon. Okay. I mean, I'm thinking it's gonna be quite wide. We'll probably do a 16 by 16 big square. We'll kind of make something work with that, kind of an internal design to make it a little bit less boxy. We'll see how far that'll go. But it did kind of bring the Parasaur inside. It didn't seem to take any damage going over those spikes, which is strange, but, you know, whatever. Your name is Reggie. Don't have any particular reason for that, just kind of really like the name, and that's what we're going to go with. So we got Reggie, Rosie, and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to call this guy Woody. Sabertooth, let's go try you out. Can I get out and around this without touching the spikes? Yes. Maybe take care of these Parasaurs that have decided to be a little bit nosy. Ooh, 159 at base. Not bad. Not bad at all. Didn't take long to take care of that one, though. Then if we get a headshot, are we going to be able to get a headshot? Probably not. That's okay. We just barely killed a couple Parasaurs. We got ourselves almost 350 hide from that, and 4 more levels. It's pretty good. Should be fine for the cave. I will definitely want to have some sort of projectile, though, because of the... What do we got here? Is that a Pego? It is a Pego. We can't let that guy get away. No way. Alright, got my meat back. Thank you. Alright, so the Casteroides is now all tamed. Fantastic. So that does officially mean that all of our utility dinos are actually on our side now. We'll be able to collect any and all of the resources that we're going to need to build our home. I'm going to pick all of this up so I can kind of place them down as well. And you, like I said, your name is Woody. 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I think a 16 by 16 will be great. Should be plenty big. I'm just going to work on getting a little more hide so we can make that Anki saddle up real quick. Should be pretty straightforward. So I ended up needing to head out in the middle of the last recording, so this is a new day, but I'm just going out and still collecting the hide. And I just want to make sure that we get everything that we need to get to make this saddle for that thing. Oh man, a Therizino right here. I'm going to end up needing to build a full-on perimeter around this base over here too, because of everything else that does spawn nearby. Because Theres and everything will spawn over here as well. Ooh, an Iguanodon. Dillo! Nice and easy target. Thank you for the free hide. And we're going to have to fight this RG because it's getting a little too close for comfort anyway. Oh no, it's getting an alpha boost from that one that's down on the beach. I hope it's not making its way up here. That would not be ideal. I'm just barely missing with my attacks here. There we go. The RG made a big difference in hide. I need to see where that alpha is. If I could find the angle where I'm hitting it in the head a whole bunch of times. Depends on where the Dimorphs are nearby, though. Is it just down on the ground right here? Yeah, it's actually right in the water. Looks like it's not fighting the Dimorphs right now. What level is... Oh, it's about to start at another one, though. Well, there they go. I was going to say we could try to get around this thing and fight it. Maybe get a bunch of headshots, but that's super dangerous right now. And more compies. That should work. As long as I can actually find the compy body after the fact. That one compy just give me 100 hide. I think I have enough for the saddle now. Pull for one of those. Nice. We've got one of the saddles made, and we should be pretty well protected on our Rosie girl over there. I'm going to need to take all of these things out and put it into the box, which is almost full. Oh, man. We're going to have to get a bunch more storage up and going soon. But since we have a little respawn shack kind of down near the base, near the cave that I'm thinking of, just down here, should be able to leave the RG up here and ride the Saber around the corner. Okay. So our RG is holding quite a bit of stuff, but I think I am just going to park them on the top of our old respawn shack that we built at the very beginning, and I'll just take the Saber into the cave. We should be more than prepared at this moment to at least take care of this cave, and I'll grab all of the notes inside when we get in there. Just put a little bit more into her melee before we head out. So now we're going to fly on over. I'm going to actually first put this saddle onto the Anki like I was actually planning on doing. Before we leave, make sure she's really well protected. There we go. Okay. Let's go. We're going to get ourselves an artifact today. And as always, if you guys do find yourself enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It makes a huge difference, and it means the world to me. Okay, so we're kind of flying over the actual area where the cave is now. We just got to go a little bit further so we can leave the bird at the respawn hut. And then we'll be able to hop on down in there. I was thinking, if we get an opportunity, maybe I'll try to tame a dung beetle while I'm in there as well. Because I should be able to carry it on in my hands while I'm riding on the back of an RG while the RG is carrying the Saber. So I think it should be doable. But I guess we'll just see how that goes after the fact. So we're going to drop down the Saber here and leave the bird here. Okay. So this cave should be pretty straightforward. The only thing I'm really worried about are the Arthros. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of get in, get the artifact and the notes, and get out. I mean, we do have Megalanias to potentially worry about, but I think on the back of the Saber, I don't have too much to be concerned with potentially getting rabies. That's something that I'm going to have to really worry about for some of the other caves, but this one doesn't have any onyx in it, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. Man, there are so many bugs just on the outside. Okay. So we've got another level on the Saber. I think I'm just going to put it straight into melee, try to kind of maximize the amount of damage we can do here. We've got a bunch of meat to kind of work with in case we've got to heal her. But we do have a couple bullets in both of our projectile weapons here just in case I need them for Arthros. We'll just kind of start working our way down and hopefully get everything super smoothly. And if we're lucky, we'll also get a drop. The only other thing that I need to address is if you're planning on trying to do this kind of thing on your own and you are on a server versus on single player, the amount of creatures that spawn in the caves are a significantly different amount. So it also will be a little bit easier on my end because of that. So we're going to have to go both directions ultimately to actually get the entire cave cleared. We're going to take the left first though. Looks like we do have some Moranios in this first room, so we'll just try to take them out before anything causes any horrible problems. Ooh, we already got ourselves a 145 here, though. Fun times. They are just Moranios, though, so I don't have anything to worry about. There can spawn, drop can spawn right over on that side, but it looks like we're not quite lucky enough for that one right now. Put more levels into damage. There we go. I don't see a Arthro or any other thing right here, to be honest. Okay, I heard something that I don't like, but it's fine. Also have to be aware of wall enemies. Stuff just spawns in the wall. It could cause us some problems, but it looks like we're okay right now. So if I want to tame a dung beetle, I'm going to have to be a little careful while going through here that I don't accidentally hit any of them, because they can just kind of be in the middle of groups of enemies, and we don't want to accidentally piss them off. Alright, so I don't see the face of this thing at the moment, but just any projectile weapon will do a lot more damage to an Arthro. Because they are just naturally weak to it. There's its face. Oh, it's a higher level than that. Oh, no! Well, okay, so much for any armor. I'm hoping we find some sort of a drop so we actually can get some more for this cave. Not the underworld if we don't, but... Oh, man, gross. I hate Arthros. Oh, there's a third one as well? Man. Unlucky rolls for the creatures in here. Sometimes I've come through this cave and not seen a single one of those. Then others, you just get so many. Alright, so one of that was not enough to kill him either. Is it almost dead at least? Oh, it moved its head. Alright, let's kill it. Good! I was a little bit worried. I hate hitting him with my creatures because of the, oh my good lord, there's a lot of Aranio. Hitting with my creatures because you get the reflected damage back. But should be fine. Good. At least these guys don't get some sort of pack boost. If they did, that would be insane. Alright. Group taken care of. I should probably be checking some of these bodies just in case they drop some... Or some of these bags just in case they drop some really useful stuff. Doesn't look like it just yet. Granted, I don't have any armor on my head, so we may as well take that. Just a little something to help us survive a little better. And I'll drop a little bit of the meat and some of the other things I don't need. Okay, that should be more than enough healing. Still have more spiders and snakes down here. I see a dung beetle or two in the mix. So as long as we clear everything else, we should have an opportunity to try to see what level those are. As long as I just leave them alive, I don't think I want to tame it right now. It'll be something that I want to do on the way out. Man, these scorpions have a lot of health sometimes, I swear. So many snakes. I may have to take back my statement about the amount of creatures. There's actually quite a few this time. Maybe it's because I did poke my head in a while ago, so this is not technically my first time in this cave. But, I don't know. Okay, I guess it is just the one dung beetle that's hanging out down here. Hey, buddy. We may tame you on the way out here, just to kind of make sure that we have you for the future. Don't drop the slingshot? That's random. And what level are you, by the way? 100? That should be a pretty solid dung beetle. We're going to drop a bunch more stuff. Perfect example of why sabers are very good at collecting chitin. We have 2,000 now after we just used up everything we had before. So I want to make sure everything's reloaded before I go in here. Arthros can and usually are around the artifact itself. Let's see, though. And I do have to kind of back up and jump through that. It's just a little bit too skinny for our Sabertooth to fit in without jumping. I see at least one Arthro. I'm imagining there's a few, though. We'll try to get another bullet loaded. Try to get another headshot, maybe. Oh, man. That was not enough to kill, and the amount of damage that it's doing definitely hints at more than one. Oh. That's what I thought. Well, there's 3, though? Disgusting. My armor's already all broken. Not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. Alright, we need to heal our Saber. She is very hurt after that. Stupid. Stupid Arthros. And since I'm already healing her, I'll put all these points into health so that I don't have to do that again as often. Definitely wishing that I had gone the route to grab the notes first, just so that I had some sort of extra experience boost for all this, but I'm not going to complain about it. Once we clear that side, I think I'll probably try to jump towards a note first, so I can at least get that going before I battle everything else over there. Because there's usually quite a few creatures on that side, too. Okay, she is much better now. We actually have a lot more health than we did initially, so we're just going to continue on from here. Hopefully there aren't any more Arthros. It's a 120 dung beetle. A little better than the other one. We're going to have to kind of manipulate the amount of poop that the Saber drops, though, when we decide to tame one, so maybe the 100 would be better? I'm not sure. Kind of keep our distance, and man, it's like, it's not going to hit me anymore, and just stabbed me right away. Okay. So we should be good just to grab the artifact. That is number 1 out of 10. If we have to come back and grab another one, then so be it, but I'm kind of planning on just going straight for alpha, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about doing each one more than once. I'll come back and grab a dung beetle after we clear the other side. No use in taking it around with me just in case something goes wrong. Very good. Alright, moment of truth. How many creatures are waiting between me and the first note? Quite a bit, actually. We're gonna hop. I'm gonna just jump over all of them. I'm not seeing a drop here. Okay, well, they hit me. But now we have a note, so we should get the extra experience. Just gonna kind of get over here so we can kind of focus it all in one direction. There's more dung beetles. There we go. They'll all come from this one side, and it'll kind of funnel them down into the path for me to get some experience. There are a lot of max levels in that pile. There we go. Other than that, a pair of scorpions trying to come up the path, that cleared them out pretty well. I don't know how many levels we got onto the Saber, but I at least leveled myself, which is nice. Okay, 11 levels on the Saber. That makes sense. Holy chitin as well. Let's see. We'll put it all into melee. She should just be able to rip and tear through all of this stuff. No problem. Still have all this meat to work with, just in case we need to. Nice. Oh, while I attack these dung beetles, it's okay. The other ones on the other side of the cave should not be aggroed to me, because these guys are far enough away. So then we'll go down this path. So the one note is right there, just by this little set of ruins. There's another one further down this direction, past some stuff, but there could be a drop here, so I'm going to check it. Not looking like it, unfortunately. That is the other downside, like I was saying earlier. So the creatures usually are a little bit lower in number, and so are the drops. So it's kind of a trade back and forth in that. Put this into health. Just to get a little bit of this, and we'll clear out a little bit of our inventory. I mean, I know we're slowed from the spider webs, but still. Yeah, there would be a drop right here if there was one this way. And then Megalania usually spawn up on this part of the roof. So if you're trying to tame one of those to kind of have their venom for the tributes, then you may find a couple there. We're just going to move on down here. I don't think a lot of creatures usually spawn this direction. Ah, we've got a drop and the note. Great. So we'll grab the note and then the drop. What do we have? Another Sarco saddle. It's really hinting at trying to get a Sarco at some point this series, but I guess we'll see. We're definitely weighed down now, though, so we drop a little bit more of the meat. So have to grab the one other note on our way out, which is literally just in the middle of all of these creatures over here. I'd love to say that it was a little bit separated, but I would be lying. Literally hiding in the grass. Okay. So I can double check all these bags real quick. I would love to find a treasure map. That would be amazing. Also, I'm going to take these for ammo. You got anything good in there? Not really. Okay. That is fine. I think the plan is I'm just going to run and grab this note and go on and just move on. I think I grabbed it in there. Pretty sure. Yeah, because the count is over the amount for 3. So we have all of the notes that are in this cave. It was just in a little bush back there, literally right at the head of that Arthro. We're going to head on out this direction. We're going to go tame that dung beetle, and then we'll take him back home with us. And that will have been the first cave. I guess I may as well go for the 125 just because I'm already here and it's over by the artifact. Kind of wish I had already gotten some otters, which I was hoping to do before I went into some caves, but trying to find an otter sometimes can take a lot longer than just hopping into any river, so this is fine. Then a way that I normally use to get my creatures to drop poop quicker is if you just kind of use up a bunch of their stamina in a corner and back up, they'll kind of start using up all their food. It'll make them need to poop. There you go. Awesome. Put that in here. And how many is it going to take to tame you? Okay, it'll be another 9 more. So this is going to be a little while, but at least after the first one, we'll be able to get the others a little quicker. Because in case you're not aware, for some reason, the first feed of any passive tame takes significantly longer between than any other one. 7 more levels on the Saber, as well as a total of 1, 2... I guess that's... yeah, about 6,000. That's crazy. 6,000 chitin after that. I knew that I'd end up getting a lot, and that's another reason that you really want to use sabers for these caves filled with bugs. Because then you'll never run out of that stuff. Well, the artifact just respawned. It's unfortunate I can't grab another one. I mean, I guess I could go drop it off inside the home and then come back, but I don't think I want to leave this dung beetle here. Stuff might spawn while I'm gone. Okay, there we go. Should be the last one that the dung beetle needs. Where did it go? Oh no, where did the poop go? Oh, there it is. And we've got it tamed. Lovely. Level 176 dung beetle with our saber. I'm going to have to leave the other artifact here because, like I said, I don't have a way to carry it at the moment, but that's okay. I think I might get this dung beetle out where the bird is. If I do come back in, maybe stuff will not have been respawned, but there could potentially be a drop. I might do a quick run through just to try to make sure that I can get any drops if there are any. And if there are a few more creatures, we'll still capitalize on our experience boost. But regardless of that potential second run, we do have ourselves an artifact. I actually don't think I'm going to have any way to place the artifact in anything. I can't put it into the RG if I'm planning on taking it back. I could put it inside of the respawn shack, though, I guess. Might as well. Ooh, lag spike. Okay, we're good. I'm going to save our progress. Just to be safe, you know? That is kind of the whole point. Well, I'm definitely super vulnerable without any armor on now, but we have ourselves an artifact and a dung beetle. Huge steps that I was hoping to take today. Didn't even think about the dung beetle until I was almost over here, to be honest. Very good plan, though. So yeah, we're going to leave the dung beetle here. Where did the RG go? Hello? Oh, that's not good. You didn't go through the ground, did you? Why would that be the thing? I don't feel good about leaving something here. Let's put this guy inside. I'm going to get this RG real quick. I don't know why they seem to be in the ground, but obviously I cannot afford to leave them that way, so just a moment. Okay. Everything needs to catch up with what's going on, but I have everything fixed now. I did have to relog because it actually, for some reason, made the RG... I could not ride on my RG at all. So we're going to go back up here, grab the dung beetle, we'll head on back home, because whatever. After having to relog all the stuff in the cave is probably all reset, and I lost my experience boost anyway, unfortunately. It's okay, though. It's part of the quirks that this game can provide. So we're going to fly on back to base, and then we'll just kind of put everyone down and kind of keep working on stuff over there. I did at least get a level from all the experience that we gained down there, so I'm not going to complain about that. I think we're going to push ourselves a little bit more fortitude so we can survive things a little better. I am freezing to death because I don't have anything to wear on our way home, but I should be able to be there okay. Making it back home officially with the artifact in hand, which is great. I would have loved to use the experience boost to try to fight that alpha raptor, but that thing keeps picking fights with dimorphs, so there's no way that would have gone well. Let's set down our dung beetle over here. We'll have him for when we actually build our farm. Make sure no one is following me now, though. I had to kind of have everything follow me at some point. I had to whistle all, but looks like we should be pretty clear now. I'm just going to have to work on getting ourselves a couple more things. I'm going to put the artifact in the box if I can. Just for now. Also the Sarco stuff that we grabbed. I'm going to grab that drop over there. Cause I'm not too heavy. Let's grab the Pteranodon and see if this purple drop is worth grabbing. Hoping we can find ourselves something to wear now, considering everything broke. If not, I think I should be able to fix it in the RG. Okay. Just a bunch more resources and shotgun shells. I'm really hoping we end up getting something that's going to be super helpful soon. There's another yellow drop. I could check that again, too, I guess. So we are not all that heavy. The last yellow drop that we checked was not amazing. Let's see what this one is for us. I feel like I heard some odd noises there for a second. A little concerned about some large creatures. Oh, Daedon saddle. I did get a fur hood. I'm not freezing, but I may as well put that on my head. Keep myself alive. Not seeing any Giga or any Karka on the side of this volcano right now, by the way. Oh, no, it's right there. I knew I heard something. Hello, what level are you? 135. Wow, that is an insane level for a Karka just to spawn in there. Fantastic. If I can lure that out of the mountain once I have some larger creatures that I can breed up, then that would be great to tame. Very good source of getting hide as well. So I guess we did get ourselves a little bit of stuff. I'll put the Daedon saddle into here as well. Probably going to want one of those for boss fights, so it's not going to be a bad thing to have a better saddle of theirs as well. But man, there's just so much stuff that we need to kind of clear out. I have the Dodex saddle, so we'll place that onto Reggie over here. So they are protected as well. There you go. Didn't find anything for Casteroides. Or Sabers, unfortunately, but we do have this. So we may need to start trying to find ourselves some Megatheriums that we can try breeding up, and then we'll have to keep an eye out for some of the other creatures that we're going to need for boss fights later also, like Rexes and or Therazinos. But this box is already full, and I'm going to have to start collecting a bunch of resources. Let's fly over towards the Redwoods with the RG. I want to go place this platform so we can start getting some sap here soon. This is the closest tree right here. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to access or pull it from here, but it'll at least be within render distance, so no matter what I'm doing at my base, I should be able to keep the sap flowing. I do think that I'm going to have to just build up another box so we can place even more things in there. I want to empty out the RG and start collecting all the resources to keep building up the base. So, do I have enough resources? I'm sure I have enough resources for one box. Yeah, okay. Okay, and we'll place that not right on top of that because it would be impossible to respawn. I'm going to have to move these sooner rather than later. But at least there, again, I can spawn and not jump off. That's great. I'm going to place everything in here that will allow me to place it. Whatever stackable items that we have, we'll throw the poop away. We'll put all our broken armor in here. We'll fix that later on as well, because we're going to need to. And then there's the stuff on the RG, which is going to be interesting to sort out. Okay, so I've got myself and the RG all sorted inventory-wise. I'm going to pick up the utility creatures, kind of start grabbing a bunch of the resources that I'm going to need to start building up this base some more. I want to get this platform all made, but I don't think it's going to happen super soon. Where did that alpha end up running off to? Is it still fighting these things? I'm not seeing it anywhere, but I'm sure it's down there somewhere. We'll just have to follow where it says the alpha boost is. First things first, we need a bunch more stone, so we're going to take Reggie out for a minute. I may have to try to level up Reggie a little bit. Because I think he's already at half weight. And once your creatures are at half weight, they don't auto-collect anymore. Yeah. I'm going to put all these into weight. So despite Reggie having a limit on how much he can carry, at least the RG has a reduced weight on stone as well. Not nearly as much, but I can always just pull some more off of Reggie and just have him keep collecting so I don't have to actually hop off. That's another huge benefit of having Pull It. Or similar mods that do the same. Okay, so with a full run of a slightly leveled Reggie, how much stone do we end up with total? So we've got another 2,000 on Reggie himself. We're going to put 4 more into weight just so we have even more capacity. Plus the other 3,000 here. So we got 5,500 stone in one run. Not a horrible first run here. So we're going to grab all the stone we can. Oh, we had a lot on... Oh, no, we only had a little bit in the other box. Okay. But this will help a lot with trying to get the foundation put together. And we'll do the same thing with Woody and with Rosie. I actually don't need Rosie as much right now. She'll be very helpful for actually trying to get a lot of the metal going, but we don't really need that at the moment. We mostly just need Woody to help. And do you have levels to put into anything right now? You do. Put that into weight. Every little bit will make a difference. We'll just drop this for now. Oh, we got another RG floating around right here. Level 75. I am going to hop over there. It's already on my RG. We're going to fight this thing midair. We don't want this to decide to try to attack our stuff. I do triple your damage. You're doomed. Okay, not all of it's triple your damage. Why do it sometimes it does... Why is it sometimes 24 and other times 41? Okay, got some more RG talents. We'll just leave that down there. I'm not going to worry about chasing it to the ground. Okay. Let's grab Woody and kind of go collect some wood. Clear out this area a little bit as well while we're doing so. There's a Theory. I'm a little bit concerned that one of those is just going to find its way over my walls. That would be a horrible thing to have happen. And now that I've said it out loud, I feel like I'm manifesting it. So let's just pretend that never crossed my lips. Alright, how much can we get per run with Woody? It looks like we are pretty full at the moment. Or at least halfway full. Okay, so just 1,100. Could be a lot better. Could be a lot worse. Quick check with the Pteranodon. Am I wearing the hood cap? Oh yeah, I mean the fur hood. Word. What do we got? Nothing at all but crystal. I mean, that actually helps me a little bit. Not really needing any crystal right this very second, but I am planning on using... I'm going to need it for the greenhouse stuff eventually. Oh, there's the Alpha Raptor. It's making its way up here. We may want to fight that with the Saber after all. Or if I can at least take a few shots with it soon enough with the rifle, that'd be great. We've got the rifle with a few bullets. I need to check for any other armor that I can wear that's going to help me stop dying because of cold. Oh yeah, we've got some fur. I can wear that. Great. Who needs pants, though? We don't need any pants. I'm going to pull all the chitin into this new box as well, just because of how much of it we have. Chitin, thank you. Yoink. More damage! You ready to fight this thing? In fact, there actually is a note nearby. I was going to wait for some other things, but if we can level this thing up even more and get ourselves some extra experience from this alpha, then that would be ideal. So maybe we'll just hop on over to the other side of the river and grab it and come back and fight that thing. Now that it's not fighting the huge horde of Dimorphs that are just hanging out around the base. You can see that little tiny stone pillar right over here, just right on the other side of the river. Get a Mayan note. Alright, let's go fight this alpha. Since the Saber here is still going to be our helpful buddy in a couple of the other caves, we just needed to make sure we get ourselves some antidotes or something to fight some Onyx off. Then we'll go back in those with her later. We need all the experience we can get on her if we can pull it off with this alpha. If I can kind of get up onto a rock and kind of get headshots over and over, that's probably going to be our best bet to avoid death. Okay, I'm going to shoot it with my rifle, and we'll probably try to finish it off how I can after the fact. Oh, it's going to piss off the Theory here. Well. Okay, so how much damage is it doing? 30 to 25 damage. I'm doing 236. I think we've got this. I just want to make sure that I can... If I can kind of find a bit of high ground, we'll be able to do even more damage. 700 damage if we get a headshot. That is helpful. It's only level 60 as well, so it could be a lot higher and it could do more damage to us. And since it's so aggro and trying to get towards the middle, yeah, that's no big deal at all. Did we get a, oh, Hyanodon. We got an upgrade to our pickaxe. Very small one, but I'll take it. Better upgrade to the crossbow, and we all got ourselves some pants. That's the most important part. I know I said I didn't need pants, but I lied. Okay, first alpha taken care of, which is awesome. That did help us a little bit there. Got us another level on our character, more into fortitude for survival reasons. But I'm almost at another level again. How many levels are on the Saber? 5? Great. Considering how many levels we put into melee, I think we'll go into health and try to get over 4k. Yes, very great. We'll just kind of have her hop down over here. Thank you for that. If another one shows up, we'll fight more stuff. Definitely worth grabbing that that note, especially for our first one. We did get a slight upgrade with our hatchet. Can't complain about that either. Just throw these basic ones off the side because we're not going to need them again. And if we need more, we can always make them with very small amount of resources compared. I'm going to hold on to this crossbow, though. We can probably use it for grappling hooks and stuff later on. Well, now that it's morning, I'm going to start dying if I keep wearing fur. So we'll just take it off bit by bit. In the meantime, I think I'm going to just start crafting up a bunch of the foundations as well while we still have the experience boost, since I already collected a bunch of that stuff. Let's maybe make 20 of these, if it'll let me. It'll let me do 20. Fantastic. We'll just let that craft up here for a bit. Sweet. Yet another level. We're going to go up to 20 fortitude total, I think, is our next plan here. What did we learn at 76? We have learned a Quet saddle. Oh, we got vaults before that. That's going to be nice. And then Rexes and Dinosuchus will be great. For either boss fights or at least stronger caves and stuff. I have the 20 foundation to put down. I kind of feel like I'm going to need more. I know I'm going to need more ultimately, but we'll try to get as many of those made while we're under the boost as possible. We got the full 16 this way. I think we still needed 3 more on this one, right? I'm a little bit concerned that's going to go off the side, but that may end up being perfect. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to pick up these spike walls for a second, though. Oh, it's going to put it down there. Ugh, we're probably going to have to go off of some other things near the back here, right? Or maybe we'll be fine. We're definitely going to just have to build up using walls and quarter walls and stuff to get up to the height that we can actually build at. This is a crazy mess. Okay, so we actually can fit the 16 by 16 on here. It's going to have some parts that are kind of awkwardly hanging off the side a little bit. At least the foundations that are on the bottom are going to be that way. I'll be able to connect this stuff right over the top of this, and then we'll be able to do walls and half walls up to the actual height, which is going to be just over that. So it's going to be at least probably 2 more walls or wall and a half taller than this point right here to get over that, but we'll make do. Gonna have a lot of space underneath, which I could probably utilize for snails and dung beetles and stuff. Can I make more by chance? Another 20? I actually can make another 20. Awesome. I love it. You still get quite a bit of experience just making a stone foundation, especially when you have a note running. I'm very surprised, to be honest. Okay, I was able to craft most of those throughout the last of the experience boost. What I'm going to also have to do is not only am I going to need to put down the foundations go across here, but I'm going to need to have some that kind of cross through the middle, kind of every 5th foundation over or so, to kind of make sure that it'll always have the foundation support that it asks for. But we'll have to work with that. It's probably going to be this tall. Maybe even a half wall higher than that. That's kind of crazy. Oh well. We'll make it work. I know for a fact that when I set this up on the cluster, it's in a totally different spot for the initial foundations, because a lot of this stuff is not in the way when building that one. I think I was probably a little bit more forward, but oh well. I'm just surprised it can all actually fit down. Oh, we are way too heavy for you. I just want you to move out of the way a little bit. Now can you move? Yeah, great. Forgot I just never leveled this one up. So move the dung beetle and that pteranodon out of the way. Is it going to hit this other foundation? I think it is. I think I've pulled the majority of the resources out of it, though, by now. No, I didn't. There's still all the chitin. Alright, well. At least it didn't stop me from putting it there. So we officially have the perimeter of the area kind of built. I do not love the fact that I have to put them at different heights, but I will level it out, and when we're inside the house, we're just never going to notice, so it's fine. But we're probably going to be about this high up, considering the spot over there. And like I was kind of noticing when I was building it still and placing this one, it might... Well, that's probably going to be over it, right? He may have to be a half wall higher than this. So, we'll make it work. But we have gotten quite a bit done today. I think we're going to call it there, though. Going over and clearing our first cave, procuring our first artifact, and stealing ourselves a dung beetle in the process. Despite some single-player shenanigans and stuff, we were able to bring everything back here safe and sound. And then we're also able to actually put together the perimeter of what our base is going to be. I think I'm going to work on that kind of in between episodes, and I'll maybe record it and get some sort of time-lapse so you guys can at least kind of see how that went down. And then we'll just continue from there in the next one. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you've got anything to bring up about this series or any other one on the channel, let me know in the comments below. If you want to help contribute just a little bit more, we do have links in the description for Ko-fi and Patreon, as well as becoming a YouTube member, all of which makes a big help towards the channel, and it'll actually give you full access to the community cluster of ARK servers where you could actually make your own Ultimate Survivor, because we have the Island, Scorched Earth, and Aberration running on that cluster. We did just recently open to the community server that is on the center, where we are playing Primal Chaos, and we're kind of working together to try to take down this crazy difficult mod, and I'd love to see you there. If you just join the Discord, there'll be a password in there, and you can join us on that as well. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.